Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to the channel. Sarah here. We're going to do a reading for you today for the first half of October 2025. Keep in mind, Cancer, this is just a general reading, so take only what resonates and leave out what does not. If you're interested in having a personal reading done by me, you can check the description box below if you're on YouTube, or if you're on TikTok, you can check the link in my bio. My website is lionessmoonintuitivetarot.com. Right now I'm offering only Zoom sessions. I don't do the pre-recorded readings as of right now, just because I really don't have a lot of time on my hands to do that. But if you're interested in having a Zoom session, I am free to be booked for that. All right. So Cancer, as always, feel free to delegate the energies where you see fit. If I say I'm talking about you, I could be talking about somebody who you are dealing with, and vice versa. Same goes to you, cross-watcher. All right, so we're going to do a horseshoe spread for you today. This is for the sign of Cancer for the first half of October 2025. Cut the deck in three, so mote it be. All right. So past, we've got the Seven of Wands, that is Mars in Leo. Present, we've got the Queen of Wands, that is Court card for Aries. Future, we've got the Ten of Cups, which is another Mars in Pisces. The hidden position, we've got the Moon in reverse, it's major for Pisces. The obstacle blockage is the Six of Wands in reverse. That is Jupiter in Leo. The advice is the Nine of Swords in reverse. The Nine of Swords is Mars in Gemini. More Mars. Wow, there's a lot of Mars in this reading. And the outcome is the King of Wands. So we've got both the King and Queen of Wands showing up in the upright in this reading. The King of Wands is Court card for Leo. The overall energy of this reading is the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is Mercury in Virgo. So we're going to figure out how it is that all of this equals out to be the Ten of Pentacles. How is it that the Ten of Pentacles is what this entire reading is about? So the Ten of Pentacles usually has something to do with wealth and stability. Could be like your forever home family situation. We are going to do the reading, and then we will revisit this again at the end of the reading, and we will take a look at the influencing energies that are behind that Ten of Pentacles as well. So in the past, we've got the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands has to do with self-defense. So how about we get the story on this Seven of Wands for Cancer? Why is the Seven of Wands here? We've got the Three of Swords in reverse, and we've got the Three of Wands. Okay. So the Seven of Wands, the Three of Swords in reverse, the Three of Swords in reverse, the Three of Wands, and we've got the Nine of Cups in reverse. So there may have been some sort of squabble or battle about something. It has to do with there's some sort of dissatisfaction. Oh, there's that Seven of Wands showing up again. Somebody's defending something. There's something to do with heartbreak, or trying to removing, maybe defending. There may have been some sort of wedge that was created between you and somebody else. It does look like there's been some sort of self-defense trying to, it looks like, remove a wedge of some sort. So maybe something or somebody came in between you and somebody else. So this could be a job, this could be a family member, this could be another connection. that is like more romantic, we've got the Magician in reverse and the World in reverse. Okay, this is going to be a very specific message, probably for a very specific Cancer. But it looks like there was some sort of manipulation with, meaning that there may have been, what I'm seeing here is there's some sort of shape-shifting energy that had emerged or re-emerged into your life with the World in reverse. There may have been somebody who had kind of intruded in some way in your life and tried to manipulate a situation or shape-shift a situation to look a certain way. And it looks like somebody had to defend this because they were I'm getting that there was some sort of confrontation after somebody had come in and tried to come between you and somebody else. So the person who you are I don't know if it's you defending or the person who you're dealing with was defending, because it could be either. But somebody was defending themselves against some energy. There's an energy that tried to come between two people, and one member of the two-person connection felt like they had to defend themselves in some way. Whoever this is that tried to come in between these two people, and you could be any one of these two people, or you could be the person who tried to come in between them. But whoever this is could be at a distance, or this could just have something to do with somebody gaining some sort of foresight in this situation. Can we get more? We've got interlude. So this could have happened while you and somebody else were maybe on a break, or maybe the two of you were energetically disconnected. I'm reading this, Cancer, that you were connected to somebody and somebody else tried to come in between you and somebody else. We've got that there was, for some of you, whoever this, so there's access granted here. So whoever this is that came in between in this connection, it looks like they may have been at a distance, and it may have been through some sort of online social media. I don't know. It looks like they were there could have been a fake profile of some sort. And it looks like there was nothing. We've got silence showing up here. Something may have been hidden. Okay. It looks like two people were on a break of some sort. And while they were on a break, it looks like somebody else tried to interject in some way in this connection. That's what I'm seeing here. We'll get more on all of this. I am seeing more than that, but I don't want to make it too specific. Because if I make this too specific, it's not going to resonate with everybody. Okay, but it does look like somebody else needs to defend themselves now that it's almost like it's almost like the two people who were disconnected are back to being connected again, and now somebody feels like they have to defend themselves. This Queen of Wands is clarified by the Page of Cups and the Eight of Wands in reverse. We've got the High Priestess. The Five of Wands in reverse. There's silence. There is silence. There's silence with somebody in order to overcome war here. I'm getting silence. There's no communication with the Eight of Wands in reverse. The High Priestess has silence. It's like almost like somebody's trying to keep the peace now after creating havoc, is what I'm seeing here. It looks like somebody, okay, so here's what I've got. There's already this energy of dissatisfaction. And now we're seeing the sun in reverse. So somebody who is in a connection, looks like there's something that's missing from a connection here. And it looks like somebody tried to, some sort of third energy tried to connect with somebody else while two people were kind of energetically disconnected. This created tension in this connection. And now it looks like that third person is not talking right now. It might be to you, or this is somebody who is talking to your person. Please take it only as it resonates. That's what I'm seeing. Somebody is feeling whoever this is might just have a crush on one of these parties with that Page of Cups, or it's somebody who wants to be apologetic about something, but it does look like they're not talking right now. I'm getting heavy crush energy, but whoever this person is very attracted to you, Cancer, or this is somebody who you are very attracted to because somebody's coming in as the Queen of Wands here. And I mean, we've got the King and Queen of Wands. There's something about discarding trash and chasing somebody else. And there's something about being on the verge of doing this. So there's silence between two people here who were not actually in a relationship. And it looks like somebody else is in a connection, but it looks like that person is not really happy where they're at right now. There may be a lot of fighting, but whoever this other energy is trying to stay silent right now in order to keep the peace. All right, can we get something here on this 10 of Cups in the future for Cancer? We've got the Emperor and the Knight of Pentacles. Ooh, we've got the Queen of Cups in reverse, the Two of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords. Here's what I've got, okay, is that there's been some sort of long-term, maybe even family relationship here. Somebody has a family maybe with somebody, or this may have to do with a family connection. We see the Emperor here. This can represent father, husband. Usually it's a masculine of some sort, or it's a feminine who harbors masculine energy. I harbor a lot of masculine energy. I am an Aries rising. I am a very masculine woman. I am. I'm not a good wife. I'm really not. But for you, Cancer, what I'm seeing is that there's something here about there having been some sort of long-term family connection where it looks like somebody is not happy where they're at right now. There's some sort of dissatisfaction, there's some sort of unhappiness, and that could be manifest in any way. That's why we do personal readings, and then we get more deep into what's really going on. But what I'm seeing is that there's something here about somebody not being completely satisfied or happy with where they're at. I don't know if there's been, what I'm seeing here is that there hasn't actually been communication with some third party here. But I'm almost getting that somebody wants to release themselves from this long-term connection. There's been a long-term, maybe even family connection, but they're really on the fence. Somebody's really on the fence about doing this because they don't want to create heavy-hearted emotion in somebody else right now. But it does look like whoever this is, we did see that somebody may be accessing somebody else online. We do see the Page of Swords here. That can be somebody being curious, trying to gain information. It is often considered the stalking or the spy card. It is. And what I'm seeing here is that somebody knows something about feeling like they need to get themselves to a place where they feel like they're comfortable to do this. And in order to feel comfortable to actually pursue the curiosity that's piquing their interest, they have to get themselves into the Nine of Pentacles energy, which means they'd have to get themselves single and available to pursue. But the reason why whoever this is hasn't actually done this, even though it looks like they're unhappy, is because they don't want to create deep emotions in somebody else. There's this energy of feeling guilt about that. Can we get more on this Ten of Cups? We've got alien, telepathic. So there's something, the alien card in this deck is the equivalent of the High Priestess. And we had already seen the High Priestess. So I'm getting here that this could, whatever this other energy is, I am seeing a matched pair here with the King and Queen of Wands. There may be some sort of spiritual connection. It's not very deep right now. I'm just going to say the King and Queen of Wands it's still on a very superficial level. We've got to keep that in mind. There's a lot of attraction here. I was reading it as silence. We did see the Eight of Wands in reverse. So whoever this is somebody who's not talking to this other party yet. They're doing what they feel is honorable. There is family. It is showing that there is this, what this Ten of Cups does represent family here. And we've got divine feminine showing up here. Okay, so in what we do not know, or what we do not see, is that something is coming to light for somebody here. Why is this Moon in reverse? The Three of Cups in reverse. And the Chariot in reverse. And the Two of Swords in reverse. Something is coming to light for somebody here, and it has to do, now whoever this is, it looks like this is either a family connection or somebody who it's still a family connection if they have a family with somebody. But it looks like there's something about this connection that they didn't know that came to light. It has to do with them just not being easy to get along. There's this energy of not being very easy to get along with. I'm getting that there's been defensive-ness. We saw fighting. Well, we saw somebody trying to keep the peace, maintain the peace with somebody. But I am seeing that somebody's going to make a difficult decision because it's too difficult. I'm getting that it feels like a failure. Whoever this is may have actually regressed in some ways as a result of having been connected to whoever this is with the Chariot in reverse. And I'm also getting that there's a lot of disharmony and a lot of, like we saw that Five of Wands, it was in reverse, but it was about keeping the peace, maintaining the peace. I'm also seeing the Seven of Wands, and we saw that twice. So that has to do with defensiveness. Somebody's not easy to get along with. And as somebody is realizing with the Moon in reverse that somebody is not easy to get along with, and it's feeling impossible and that it's a failure here, this person is going to finally make the difficult decision here. They are going to, now, if this other energy is somebody who has potentially been trying to, and that's what I was getting, is that there was some sort of energy of, whoever this other party is seems to be somebody who the other connection knows all about in some way, because somebody's had to defend themselves in some way against this other party or something, or that's going to happen. I don't know. But there's this energy of not ignoring something anymore and returning to something. So whoever this is may be somebody who is already known. This could be somebody you know already, or this could be somebody who is known to the person who you're connected to. I'm getting a lot of energy of returning to something here. The Chariot in reverse can also represent. But I just have to say, Cancer, is that whatever this is that we're returning to here, whether this is you or the person who you're connected to, it doesn't look like it's anything that's going to be amazing and great either. I'm just going to say it just looks like there's this, I'm getting a lot of backwards movement, going back into troubled waters in certain ways, but I don't, I mean, it could be different for everyone. It's just what I'm seeing for some of you. Why is the moon in reverse here? I'm just getting that somebody's going to make a decision. We do see that somebody's been tuned in. It looks like internet. There's some internet access granted, internet energy. Somebody's watching somebody on the internet is what I'm seeing here. And they're feeling like they're in some sort of prison and they can't do what it is that they want to do. Like they're feeling like they're trapped. They're trapped. This may have happened before. History's repeating itself for somebody here. All right, so we've got the Six of Wands in reverse as the obstacle. Why is the Six of Wands in reverse? Okay, so the Six of Wands in reverse, if somebody does have a family and they are going to just abandon their family, the obstacle here has something to do with public disgrace. All right. Why is the Six of Wands in reverse? I'm going to take this one. It wants to come out because somebody wants to embark on a new beginning. Somebody wants to take a leap of faith into a new direction here and repeat a cycle. So for whoever this is, and it looks like it could be you, Cancer, or it's just somebody who you're connected to. There's a repeated cycle here, meaning that whoever this is that they're connecting to, or you're connecting to, is either somebody you've already been connected to in the past and you're about to repeat something that you've gone through with that person, or this is a new person that's going to represent some sort of lesson that you should have already learned, and you're going to be repeating the same sequence of events that is going to lead you to the same, which should be the same conclusion, okay? There's something about being stuck in the past. Okay, so if you have somebody from your past coming back towards you and there's been any kind of animosity, I just need to mention it. Whoever this is, either it's you or them, is still stuck on something that happened in the past. There's a lot of attraction here, but once that fizzles out, where does it go is the question. There's that moon in reverse. Something's coming to light. Oh, we've got somebody's letting go of a real, okay, so here's what I've got is that whatever it is that somebody's dealing with in the present moment that's making them unhappy, whatever it is that they're moving to may end up being the same problem. There may be really poor communication issues. I did see that Page of Wands in reverse. That is my petulant, oppositionally defiant child card. So just, I don't know if you're dealing with a child like that, or if this is the person who you're dealing with, or it could be this person brings this out in you. It just looks like really poor communication. We've got synchronicities. There's something that's going to be the same. There's going to be something that's going to be the same. You're going to be noticing that there are things that are exactly the same about whatever this newer connection is, or this is something that you're going through again where somebody is moving into a new connection while the two of you are together. I mean, there's some sort of synchronicity. I'm reading it as you. I am going to read it as you. I don't want to confuse the reading too much, okay? It looks like you, Cancer, are moving into some sort of new connection because you're unhappy where you are, okay? But there's going to be something that you're doing the same in this newer connection that's going to lead you down the same road that you've been going down, okay? And it looks like it's rooted in some level of anxiety and fear. Oh, there's some sort of love affair shows up here. So if this is somebody who you had been connected to in the past where there was a love affair, just be aware that you're going to continue to be festering in that energy where you're afraid they're going to do it again. Or they're afraid you're going to do it. It looks like there was some sort of potential love affair in the past that is going to either, I don't know if it's going to repeat or if somebody is just stuck, like we saw that Six of Cups, somebody stuck on the past in some way, but I am seeing synchronicities here. So there's something that's being repeated. So the advice has something to do with the Nine of Swords in reverse, which is the opposite of anxiety. It's to get out of anxiety. That is your advice. Your advice has something to do with either getting over the fear of something or just not putting yourself in that position to begin with. Why is the Nine of Swords in reverse here? We've got the Five of Cups in reverse. There's something about a rebound here, moving into a new connection. Okay, so this creates, I'm getting that somebody is relationship hopping. I'm going to end this really bad relationship and move towards somebody here that represents more of what I am looking for here. You're going to... Okay, so here's the thing, okay, Cancer, is that Spirit is trying to say here that there's something that has already happened in your past. I don't know if it has to do with rebounding, somebody rebounded after you, or if you rebounded really quickly after somebody else. But what I'm getting is that there's this, and that might be why somebody's feeling like they're in a relationship right now that they're not happy in. And so what I'm seeing is this energy of feeling like no matter what it is that you are trying to invest into this connection, you are receiving no return on your investment, and you are going to feel like you have wasted your time. Now, whatever this energy is, Spirit is trying to say this energy was meant to initiate some sort of epiphany in you, but it looks like that hasn't happened. It's almost like instead of having the epiphany and knowing exactly what it is that you potentially need to do in order to move forward with clarity and knowing that you're not going to make the same mistakes again, you haven't had the epiphany. And so you're doing the same thing over and over again, or this could be somebody who you're connected to, but somebody is doing the same thing over again and potentially going to end up with the exact same result, right? That's the definition of insanity. So your advice here has something to do with, the tower isn't falling for you. Or I'm getting that it's for you. It could be for somebody else. But there's something here about, this could be you or somebody who you're connecting to, but there's something here about wanting to rebel against getting yourself caught up in a contract of some sort. For some of you, it's an actual marriage. It could be a contract of just, signing, agreeing to have joint assets with somebody. But there's something about rebelling against this contract that you're not coming to terms with here. So because there's no tower, there's no epiphany, and Spirit is saying that there's something that you need to get clear on here in order to avoid getting yourself caught up in this energy again. What is the situation here for Cancer for that Nine of Swords in reverse? What is the situation? We've got financial support. There's something. So either you're getting yourself caught up in a connection where somebody is providing you with financial support and it's really holding you back. And trust me, I've been both the recipient and the provider of financial support. Neither position is very empowering. It's just not. There's something about financial support, getting yourself caught up in a contract where you are now, I'm going to read it as you. I'm reading it as you. You are going to have to continue giving financial support if you get yourself caught up in this contract. Now, this is not something you want to get yourself caught up in, but for some reason, the tower hasn't fallen. So for some of you, you may have had like really traditional families growing up where, you know, it's just been without any second thought. This is something that you've always, and I feel like a lot of us are raised to believe, like you're supposed to, you know, grow up and get married and have children. And I'm getting here that there's something though about getting yourself caught up in some sort of contract, and it's rooted in financial support, that you need to have some sort of epiphany on how you truly feel about this. We do see divine feminine. We do, and I'm getting here the gossip. I'm getting there's something about removing yourself. If somebody's removing themselves from a situation here where there may be some sort of public disgrace. This could be you or the person you're dealing with. I'm just reading the energies. I am getting a little more specific about who I think you are in this, but that doesn't mean it is you. So we've got the King of Wands here in the outcome. Why is the King of Wands here? It looks like you're going to go for this other energy. You're going to try and make something work with somebody else. It's just there's something that you need to understand here. Spirit is trying to say about the level of depth that exists in this connection before getting yourself caught up in any contract. Don't try not to romanticize whoever this is too much. Or this could be you, this person, or you may be romanticizing. The Four of Swords, yeah, it looks like something is going to come to an end or be put to rest here, but somebody's still not facing the truth about something here. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. Somebody is going to try, they're going to get over the fear. There is going to be a painful ending. Somebody's going to end something here. It's going to feel painful, and then somebody's moving straight into a new romance is what I'm seeing here. But there's still this energy of not facing the truth about something, and it has to do with, you know what I'm seeing here? Honestly, Cancer, this is the specific message that I'm seeing, is that there's this possibility of getting caught up in a very strong, committed relationship before really understanding the depth of this person's character. Okay, because I'm getting here that you're very attracted to each other. When we're in this strong energy of, you know, attraction, and our brains are lighting up like pinball machines around each other, we're not thinking about truly how it's going to feel when those feelings go away. Like, is there any substance to this relationship outside of passion? You know, that's the question we're going to be faced with here, is what I'm seeing. Because you might be repeating a cycle here with that Wheel of Fortune in reverse. There's going to be a roller coaster of emotions here. It does look like this could be rooted in the ending, though. We've also got a painful ending coming in as well. In time is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that that's what I'm seeing. So if that has been a part of your history in some way, getting yourself caught up in these, you know, strong, committed relationships that become very difficult emotionally to deal with, You might be getting yourself caught up in this again, and it's specifically related to being trapped in a, it's not just a commitment, like you're actually contractually obligated to somebody now, financially, in time, and then this creates triggers in both parties, probably. All right. This has to do with your wealth, financial. This is a financial issue, is what I'm getting here. This is a relationship issue that is tied into finances here with this Ten of Pentacles, influenced by the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, repeating something to do with your finances, Wheel of Fortune in reverse. There's that Star in reverse again. There's the hope. It's hopeless. Hopeless because the epiphany has not been had. There's some sort of epiphany that needs to be had regarding finances here, and the importance of that in your life, and how getting yourself caught up in these kinds of relationships and maybe getting into them too quickly creates problems here for you. There's the Six of Cups in reverse, being stuck in the past. So yes, getting stuck in the past, being caught up in some sort of financial snafu as a result of getting there's too much attraction. The attraction is so insane and the chemistry is so off the charts that we're not thinking straight. We're just thinking with the wrong head here, is what I'm getting here. So Cancer, I hope that if this does resonate for you, that this is something you can really try to process before you get yourself caught up in this again. Thank you so much for all of your support, all of your likes, your shares, and your subscribes. And until I read you again, take care and bless.